I'm back. This is Ray from Ray's United. Guys, listen, today is going to be a great day. I'm going to make it quick. This is for my Asian brothers and sisters. So if you're here and you're Asian, today's your day. Do you know what I mean? Today's your day. I need you to just get it off and running, relax, enjoy, because today I'm going to make sure I talk about a few things with my Asian brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? So if you're here and you're Asian, please make sure that you enjoy the show. I'm gonna make sure of it. Guys, I'm doing this from my phone. I'm doing this from work. So I'll try my best to be as professional as possible. I hope so. But sometimes it's not easy when you're yep, this is red. Let me see if I can get the red from here. Yeah, this is sort of pinkish. Let's get this red. Yep, that's better. Let's get that red. Yeah, that's better. Get a little black in there. Get a little black. All right. Yeah, so that's good. Guys, please let me know where you're watching from. So we smash the like button whilst you're here. I'll be monitoring everything. And if you're watching, yes, I can see Isha, obviously from Nepal. Now, I'm doing it at this time because I want my Asian brothers and sisters to be able to watch. You know what I mean? I want them to be able to watch because this is a very special live show. It is the Pi Network Continental live show, the Asia and Oceania edition. Do you know what I mean? The Asia and Oceania edition. Now, this show, I've set it aside to make sure that if you've got any complaints or any success stories or any setbacks or drawbacks, anything you want to talk about with regards to Pi Network, just let me know, because that's the only way we can communicate properly. Do you know what I mean? So if you're watching from Asia, this is the time. Asia, Oceania. When I say Oceania, I mean Australia, New Zealand, I think Solomon Islands, Papua New Guinea, Tonga, Samoa. Those countries over there, in and around the Australia, New Zealand region, plus all of Asia. You know what I mean? So the next 20 minutes is going to be for you. I need you to tell me what you want. Tell me what you believe in. Tell me what your issues are. And I'm going to make sure that I do my best to help solve your problem. You know what I mean? Anyway, recently you watched a video about me, with me and Cozy, and it was a great video. I loved it. Go watch it as well. It's one of those videos that you're gonna see bluntness and openness as at its best. Do you know what I mean? Bluntness and openness at its best. So I was so happy that I did that video with Cozy, and I hope I'm able to get him more on subsequent shows. Do you know what I mean? Because that's what Raise United is all about. I try my best to do things for the Pi community, and sometimes you may not like it, but that's the way it is. If you don't like it, it's good. If you like it, it's great. Do you know what I mean? So I'm okay with it. I'm okay with where you stand, but it's all about Pi Network today. So it's a special Pi Network show. Let me know where you're watching from and what you've got to say. So let's see what the comments are saying. Let's see what the comments are saying. So I've got a few people. So I've got Wisdom from Ghana. I've got Lukman watching from Ghana as well. I've got Senegal, Changai Paul. I've got Prince James from Togo. I've got a few Ghanaians. Yeah, a lot of Ghanaians actually, and I'm a bit surprised because normally you get a lot of the Asians. No, not Asians. A lot of other continent watching. But hey, if I've got all you people, then I'm happy about that. You know what I mean? Anyway, so that's what this is about. So if you've got any questions whatsoever, please let me know, because I will be here to be able to help you out. And that's what this show is all about. Pi Network, listen, a lot of people are have been complaining a lot about where things are. Do you know what I mean? And telling me, Ray, we're hoping that the core team will be able to do some things for us. But right now, as it stands, the core team are a little bit non-communicative, and so they're sort of worried about the whole thing. But listen, I can tell you that the core team are here for you, and that's what it is. The core team are here for you. I've got Ivana watching from Croatia, one of my moderators, and I've got Saleh watching from Nigeria as well. Anyway, let me see. So because this is about Asia, let me see what my guy here is saying. Ishaw here is saying that if there is mainnet launch, there will be effectiveness of ecosystem and utility too, because some people barter in GCV, some people barter in less than $50. This makes perfect sense, Ishaw. This makes perfect sense, Ishaw from Nepal. And it's true. I've recorded a video with Eddie Cavas, which I'm going to release, I think probably on Sunday. I'll release it on Sunday because it's an interview. And lately, all interviews, when I do an interview, is going to be released on Sunday. Now, this interview, Eddie Cavas had lots to say. So it's going to be very interesting when you watch it. I believe you'll love it. I really do believe you'll love it. But it's one of those that when you watch it, give me a feedback, give me a response, because Eddie Kaba is not going to be on social media for the foreseeable future. So he has his reasons. You will know in the video as to why he's not going to be on social media for the foreseeable future. But while we're here, I can tell you that Ishaw, the core team, listen, the communication part is where they could do better, definitely. I put out a poll, and in the poll, I asked a question. Now, let me see if I can find that poll. Let me see if I can find that poll. I put out a poll. Yes. So there. Oh man, where is the poll? Where is the poll? All right. Don't worry. I can't find the poll, but it doesn't matter. So I put out the poll and I asked the question, obviously, as to where they think Pi Network is, and 37% on Twitter said that they think the communication is poor. And I think in a way, I do agree with them. In a way, I do agree with them. But at the same time, I feel like, maybe, the core team definitely could do better. I mean, I can't argue that. Pioneers, how many are we now? Probably about 50 odd million, unofficially. And you would expect that, imagine you're in a country of many people, millions of people, and your government says nothing to you. They don't communicate with you. They don't say anything. How are you going to feel? You're not going to feel great. You're going to feel like, you've been left hanging. Do you know what I mean? So, it's a bit of an issue, to be honest, a bit of an issue. And I really wish and hope that the core team would look into it and try and, level the playing field, or make sure that people are back into the fore. Because right now, I can tell you that a lot of people are, a lot of people are sort of skeptical about the project. And I don't want skepticism, but I can't force people or tell them how to feel or what to think. I can't. All I can do is just be as realistic or as real as possible. Do you know what I mean? Some people don't like my realism, and obviously I can't change. I have to be who I am, and the way I am is I'm very blunt. I tell you as it is. If you don't like it, it's cool. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to change for anyone. So yeah, it's one of those. And I can tell you that, listen, the core team are definitely working hard behind the scenes, but I know the best thing I believe for them to do is to be communicative. Listen, the video I did do with Eddie Cabas is going to come out on Sunday. It's a recorded video. It's about 40 minutes long. So I'll sort of do it in the form of a premiere. So you will be able to watch it. Do you know what I mean? And while watching it, you could comment. I'll be there, watch it with you. And any comment you've got, you could put it through. And I'll respond to it. I'll respond to the comments if it's within context and it's within the subject that we're talking about. Now, please, if you're from Asia, ask your question. This is focused on Asia, so I'll read the Asian questions first, just like I did with the African one last week. I think next week is going to be Europe, and then the following week is going to be the Americas. Do you know what I mean? So that's how it's going to be. And I think I'm going to love these type of shows because, I need to change things up, and changing things up is like this. You know what I mean? So this special Pi Network live show, which is the Pi Network Continental live show, I feel is one hell of a show. So smash the like button if you do love it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet subscribed. If you want to become a member, hey, help the channel financially. That's also good. If you want to put in a super chat, I would love that as well. Let me see your comments. So I've got let me see. Okay. So I do have Michael Adonis watching from South Africa. I have Christopher Robinson watching from LA, Los Angeles. Los Angeles, California. And Leonard here is saying, how are you, Ray? Listen, I'm doing great. Don't worry, I'll read your comments when I've been able to get a few Asians, because this thing, or people from Oceania as well, which is Australia, New Zealand, and so on. Because if I had done it late in the night or around 8:30 British summertime, I wouldn't be able to get the Asians to watch it. So now that I'm doing it at this time, I feel like I will be able to get Asians to watch it. That's why I'm doing it at this time. So if you're Asian, please, this is in your court. Just type away, and let me see if I can answer a few questions before I move to the general public for everybody to ask their questions. I've got 32 people watching. I don't know how many likes I do have right now, but I've got Payami here, one of my mainstay here, saying hi, pioneers. Special hi, Mr. Ray. Special greetings, of course. I've got Joshua from Ghana as well. So right now, I do have a lot of Ghanaians watching. I have a lot of Nigerians watching, so that's great. Obviously, last week when I did the African one, they also showed up. And most of my viewers are from Africa anyway, because I am African by origin. So, I'll attract a lot more Africans, which is great. But I would love to attract everybody around the world, because it's not some sort of xenophobia or something. It's all about every pioneer around the world. So, when you join in, there might be a language barrier, but put it through the translation tool on Google or whatever, and translate it and copy and paste it here. Do you know what I mean? So listen, if you're just joining, this is a new show. It's the second edition of it. It's all about me focusing on certain continents and what issues they've got and that. So this particular show is focused on Asia and Oceania, and I hope that I do get a few more of them to come in and comment or ask questions, or even give props, where props is due. Do you know what I mean? Susan, obviously, yes. Hey to you too as well. All right. How many minutes into the show? We've got 7 minutes, and then I'll be able to answer any question from another, any continent. But for now, let's just pay some respect to people watching from Asia and Oceania. 35 people watching. Thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate it. Really happy to have you. Obviously, I respect each and every viewer, subscriber, members, and so on and so forth. Right. So I do have a few shows I'll be doing from next week onwards. I haven't planned the structure of it yet, but I will be posting them on Twitter as well. I mean, if you're on Twitter, or if you're not on Twitter, or if you're on Twitter, you don't follow me, please do follow me. It's @_Rays United. The Rays United is lowercase, so you can join me there, follow me, and we'll go on this journey together. You know what I mean? And of course, I do post a lot of things on Twitter as well. Really, really cool. Okay, I've got another one watching from Asia, Rajiv Chandel. Yes. Hello, sir. How are you? I'm from India. I'm great. Chandel. I've got Margaret Mbele watching from South Africa. And then Bemua Enoch, or watching from Ghana as well. And then we've got Isho Bista also asking, in Asia, people are trading like in Chainmore and other platforms. Is it worth doing so before mainnet, or do the core team cancel all transactions or not? No, it's worth doing it as long as they're not exchanging it for Pi. Let me put that comment on the screen if that's possible. So this is the comment. This is the question. Great question from Isho. And the question is, in Asia, people are trading like in Chainmore, which is Pi Chainmore, and other platforms. Is it worth doing so before open mainnet, or do the core team cancel all transactions or not? Listen, these are independent. You can't cancel the transactions. They're within the enclosed network, so they can do the transactions as long as it is not for fiat, or fiat for pi, or whatever. Do you know what I mean? As long as it's goods for pi, or pi for goods, or services for goods, or services for pi, or pi for services, it's all great. Do you know what I mean? It's all great. That's how we build our ecosystem and make it stronger. So listen, that is a good move if people use that approach. And I know in other continents, particularly in Africa as well, the bartering is ongoing. I'm going to talk in detail about all of that. So while you're here, please enjoy, and let me let you understand. Obviously, Ivana is saying smash the like button. People, please smash it, smash it, smash that, smash that, smash that, smash that, smash it, smash it. Olayinka saying good, Mr. Ray, good afternoon. Good afternoon to you too. Do you know what I mean? Let me see. I've got Ike Chimdiabere saying, "Hi, Mr. Ray, watching from Nigeria. Keep the good work going. We raise United. We are raised United for life. Peace. Thank you so much, Ike. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. And the work continues. The work never stops. I'm at work. You know, I've taken break. I'm trying to do this because I thought it's an Asian show. If I do it in the night, would it actually be for Asians? If I do it local time, UK time, is it going to be for Asians then? It won't be. So I took out this break to say I'm going to do it for my Asian pioneers and get them to, you know, enjoy. You know what? I'm gonna let me look. There's a comment that I want to put. I want to put a star on. So I'll okay, Lukman's comment, I'm gonna put a star on. So Lukman's comment has got a star. I'm gonna look at it later. And then Christopher's comments, I'm gonna look at that later as well, because I'm focusing on the Asian comments at the moment. So right. Okay, great. All right. So I've got let me see. Prince here saying watching live from Kumasi. I lost my phone, so I was not in touch, but I'm back. Love to you back. Thank you, Prince. Thank you. Odiri saying hi, Ray. Doing it in your car, nice. Yeah, I'm at work, so you know, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it tonight. If I say I'm going to do it tonight, it would mean that my Asian friends, whom I'm doing this for, wouldn't be able to watch it. Do you know what I mean? So I've done it for them, and it feels great. It feels great. Listen, you know I love all of you. You know that. No fakeness, nothing. I love all of you. Those of you, some may pretend that they love me, of course, and they're fakers. They know themselves, you know, but you guys are the real ones. The 40 of you here and the many that have subscribed and not unsubscribed and blocked me, those are the real people. I love you. I love you. I love you so much. Yes. So 42 people watching. All right, so we're a few minutes away, so I'll start reading all other questions and specific comments from all continents. But for now, I am just gonna, you know, do it for my Asian brothers and sisters. Now, Odiri Christian here is saying, I see, it's really great. LOL, we love you too, man. Yeah. Christian, you've been here for a long time, Odiri, so I know, you know, you and Olayinka and all those people, you've been here for a long time. So I remember you so well. All right, so I'm gonna move to everyone. Now you can ask your questions, everyone. I've done the Asian bit, but if the Asians come, I'll still answer their questions first. All right, so let's go to the first question from let me see, from Chris. Is it Christopher? Yeah, Christopher from Australia. So sorry, from let's see, Christopher from Los Angeles. So Christopher is saying that I still have not been KYC verified. Should I be worried? No, I would say don't be worried at all. There's nothing to worry about. You are going to actually realize that very soon the core team are going to make sure they change up things. You know, there's chatter ongoing. I don't like you know, saying so much about it, but what I can tell you is the core team are definitely looking into some stuff and to ensure that everybody gets the opportunity to be KYC'd. Just remember that. So yeah, it's one of those that, you know, I know more than 50% of people say they're satisfied with what the core team are doing right now, and that's great. But quite a number, a substantial amount of people are also not satisfied, and we need to focus on the unsatisfied pioneers. And that's what I try to do. I'm focusing now mostly, predominantly on the unsatisfied pioneers, because I can't sit here and say, because I'm satisfied, I don't care about anybody. No, I will not be satisfied until all of you are satisfied. Do you know what I'm saying? I will not be satisfied until all of you are satisfied. So, Christian, don't be worried, but I can tell you that work is definitely being put in so everybody can get KYC. All right. So the second one I'm going to read is Lukman. So Lukman said, is it true that people that didn't get their KYC, their account is seen to be a fake account? Not everyone, not everyone. A few of them, yes, a substantial amount relatively, but relatively as well, quite a few amounts. So I can't give you exact figures, but I know some pioneers accounts have definitely been deemed as fake. And as a result, they will have to go through a certain process to ensure that they redeem themselves or sort of exonerate themselves from the fact that their account is being seen as a fake one. So remember, I did videos about people who have duplicated accounts and people who have ever opened duplicated accounts. If they never deleted those accounts, their accounts are gonna be deemed as fake. And if it's deemed as fake, then obviously they're gonna be in trouble. And I don't want anybody to be in trouble. So if you know that you have an account which could be deemed as fake, doesn't matter how much pies you have there, you may have an account that you deem as your main one. If it's not your main account, I would say if you feel like it's fake, delete it completely so it doesn't exist. Because if it doesn't exist, then you stand a chance of your account not being deemed as fake. Do you know what I mean? So great questions. I love these people. Great questions. All right, let me check the live comments now. I'll start the comments. Let's check the live comments. All right. You're welcome, Christopher. You're welcome. Let's see. Okay, Isho's here, so I need to focus on Isho's question because remember it's Asia, so I need to focus on Asia. I've got Mars Nepal here saying thank you, sir. You're welcome. I've got Daba Damian saying hi, Ray. Wisdom saying good. Of course. Now let me go to Isho here. So Isho's question, all of you are gonna see it on the screen while I read it. Everyone who are mining since 5 to 6 years, no, it's not up to 5 to 6 years though. It's 4 years and a bit. So that's it. 4 years and a bit. So up to 4 years and 2 months at the moment. Core team must disclose deadline according to roadmap, so it will be helpful for barter and other services too. Now, absolutely, I believe that. I believe they should be able to do that. And if they're able to give us, I remember before we got into Unclosed Network, we got a few announcements here and there about how things were going to be. So the excitement built up before the date, which was back in December 2021, and those were the times, those were the days. So if you weren't around during those times, you should know that back in 2021, and if you're going way back to 2019, 2020, information was much more frequent. They flowed much better than they do now. Yes, that's not to say that the core team are doing it deliberately. They are not. Obviously, the numbers have increased, which means that they do have a lot more people, a lot more pioneers to deal with, and as a result, it becomes a bit more of a workload for them to be handling. Do you know what I mean? So it is not going to be easy, but they will still be dealing with it. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, you're right. Just a point of correction, not 5 to 6 years, but up to 4 years and a bit. Yeah, deadline, definitely I would support that. If they gave us a deadline, then things should be moving much smoother. People should feel, at least you know your stance, at least you know where you stand. You're not being left in the dark, you're not in limbo, so that helps. Do you know what I mean? So yes, Isho, great. You're leading the Asian contingent, and I love that. Isho, I love that. Right, so Habib Adera here is saying, what about KYC? We're still waiting. Do you have any updates? I don't have any updates on KYC, but like I said, the information will still be the same. It will be the same thing I said earlier, that the core team are still working on a mechanism where, we wouldn't have issues with people not being able to get their KYCs done. But obviously, they've explained it. Some of the moderators did explain it earlier, that if you haven't been given the opportunity to be KYC'd, then it may be that your your account is fake. And if your account is not fake, then that glitch has to be sorted out. So you need to communicate that with the support portal team. Do you know what I mean? And that's how they can find out as to why you haven't been given the opportunity, or anyone you care about hasn't been given the opportunity to be KYC'd. So, the whole point is I want everybody to be KYC'd. It's always been that way. So that's what I want. Do you know what I mean? That's what I want. When will open mainnet come? And this is a question from Dipendra Singh Shekhawat. What I can tell you is open mainnet will not be on the 28th of June. That I can tell you. Any date, go watch my other shows and you will see that. My other videos about open mainnet, particularly the latest one that I released, I think last week or last 2 weeks, you will see that. But today, sorry, I can tell you that open mainnet will not be on June 28th. That will not happen, definitely. So, yeah, that's the question and that's the answer. Duchesne saying, I don't think the KYC is the problem, it's the phone. It could be the phone, it could be the phone, it could be the names, it could be things that we've presented to them that don't seem to be as clear as possible. When I say clear, I'm not talking about anything, but I don't know what people have done in their private lives that's causing them not to be invited to be KYC. But hey, life, that's what it is. And I would prefer everybody getting KYC personally. Anyway, I prefer everybody getting KYC. So yeah, more Asian contingents, please keep coming. We still have 5 minutes? We still have a few minutes to go. So, the Asian contingent, keep asking your questions. That's great. I love that. I focus more on them. Duchesne saying I use 2 different phones to KYC. Someone and it worked. Well, great. KYC someone and it worked. Yeah. I mean, if you're KYCing, as long as you can only get KYC'd if you're verified, right? So if you're verified, you get KYC'd. Do you know what I mean? So it doesn't matter which phone you're using. The KYC is just you verifying your name. So your identity, sorry. So, to verify your identity, it doesn't matter which phone you use. As long as... Anyway, that seems to be a good idea, Duchesne. That seems to be a good idea. So, which earlier question? Let me see. Which earlier question? Oh yeah, this one. All right. Don't worry. Let me start it. Let me see which one is it. All right. I'm gonna start that, and I'm gonna talk about it very soon. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Odiri, don't worry. I'll talk about it very soon. Let me focus on the Asian ones first. So thank you so much, Rays United. You're welcome, Dipendra Singh. You're welcome. So let's see. So I've got my friend here, Ishaw here, saying our neighboring country, India and China, are focusing on alternate digital currency rather than dollar. It would be great if if the Pi Network team makes Pi coin as universal digital currency. Yeah, the thing is they can't choose it as a universal digital currency. Pi Network would have to position itself for it to be the one that people or countries or governments would, or central banks, not central banks, no, but states would trust to say, okay, we're going to use this country officially or unofficially. Do you know what I mean? So that's what countries should do. Individuals should do. And if we're able to do that, then it wouldn't be a problem at all. It wouldn't even matter whether governments want it or not. It would still work perfectly. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, my whole point is, we should keep battering. This is just the beginning. Rome was not built in a day. A lot of people seem to have or be losing hope and confidence. You can't do that. The moment you start losing confidence, you know that it will trickle down. And if it trickles down, it's going to be a problem down the line. And I don't want anything to be a problem when it comes to Pi Network. I want it to work perfectly. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Ishaw is doing great. He's on a roll. Anyway, let me go to Odiri's statement or whatever that he made. So Odiri here is saying that, let's see, where is it? Right. So he says, I really don't know if there is an issue in the United States KYC process because few of my friends are having issue, even those who have been given KYC. What issue is that? Can you tell me what the issue is? Uh, if you can tell me what the issue is, we may be able to discuss it while we're here. But I don't know what the issue is, to be honest. So tell me what the issue is, and we will be able to discuss it. All right. Okay. Let's do this. Tell me what the issue is, and we will be able to discuss it. Great, great, great stuff. This show has been great. I really didn't expect it. I've taken 30 minutes of my 1 hour break and speaking to you. So very soon I'll have to leave. So if you've got anything, please talk about it. On Sunday, I'll be releasing a video. It's in the form of a premiere with Eddie Cabas. I know you've heard of him. Eddie Cabas, very opinionated pioneer. I love doing shows with him because he expresses his opinion. You know, you can't influence him, and I like that in a way. In a way, but at the same time, obviously, there are things that him and I may differ in. But hey, that's what I like. We'll have to be able to have differences in opinion to be able to communicate, and that's great. So let's see. Another question, Ray. Do you have any insight on the G7 summit held a couple of hours back on crypto-related matters? No, I haven't actually watched it. I know there is a G7 summit being held in Japan. I know that Hiroshima, I'm aware of it, but I haven't actually looked at anything in relation to that. In the June month, will base mining rate increase or decrease? What do you think? I hope it. Well, if it increases, it's gonna be good for me, but it will not. It will not. It will mean that people are not mining much, so they have to increase it. Listen, if they do increase it, I'm okay with it. To be honest, I've actually thought about it. I realize it doesn't even matter. If they increase it, I get higher mining rate, and hey, it's all good for me. So actually thinking about it, if people stop mining, or don't engage in the goings on the Pi network, then it would mean that we get a higher mining rate. I don't like it, but at the same time, it's so on the other hand, it's an advantage for those of us who mine every day, which means that we are still gonna get a lot more we are still gonna get a lot more Pi to mine, so yeah, on the other hand, I wouldn't mind at all. I wouldn't mind. So yeah, great question. Great question. I don't know if it's going to decrease or increase, to be honest. It would depend on how many people are actually engaged in the goings on of Pi Network. So yeah, we'll see. Payami here is saying, Payami Manuel is saying, tentative KYC approval. When is that going to be rectified for pioneers before open mainnet or after open mainnet? The plan is, well, there is no timeline for that, to be honest. And let me tell you the truth. Eddie and I were talking about it yesterday. You will see it in the video, but let me give you a sneak peek into it, or spoiler. We were talking about it, and we actually talked about it, and I said, listen, this whole tentative KYC thing, you either approve somebody or you don't approve them. Because if you say tentative KYC, what the word tentative means, you're being careful, you're sort of doubtful of what they've presented to you. So you're not confident to say, oh, I'm going to approve your KYC, or I'm going to fully approve your KYC. So let me just put it on hold and do other investigations. But we're talking about millions of pioneers to investigate, potential pioneers to be KYC'd. So I don't agree with, at the moment, I don't agree with the tentative KYC. I want them to either turn it down and say, this is the problem, sort it out, come back, do the process again, or approve the person. That's what I think should happen. But hey, here we are. We have our tentative KYC approval and all of that. And it's a bit weird because you still can't validate people. You still can't migrate. So what's the point? And as long as that remains, people will still be in the dark. People will still feel like they are at a crossroad. And that's not how I want pioneers to feel. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's a shame that that's what's going on, to be honest. And I would want them to sort that out for some pioneers, and that's what I'm saying. I'm your mouthpiece. I'm the mouthpiece of whoever gives me information. Not the mouthpiece, but I am like a messenger for that. And if I feel like the information is not great, I don't deliver it. And I have so many information, but all of them seem to be repetitive, so I'm not going to talk about them. I can only tell you that you're here. You're lucky you're here live. Open mainnet will not be on 28th of June. It will be later than that. But whatever the date is, hey, it doesn't matter. Let's keep mining. Let's feel great. Listen, I need to go and get some food to eat because I'm hungry. And let's see. Overlay. Yep, there we go. Guys, listen, it's been great. Love your, you know me. It's all good. Come and join me on Sunday. The name is Ray Channels Race United. Word is peace.